Hi everyone, this is OKCoyote. Welcome to the Magic the Gathering December Pack-A-Day Challenge for December 10th. Today's pack is Hour of Devastation. If you are unfamiliar with what I'm doing here, I have 31 different packs of Magic the Gathering. They're all different. I am opening one pack every day throughout December. Why? Just for fun, just because I want to do it. So there we are, today's pack, Hour of Devastation. This is the second set in the Amonkhet block. As I've mentioned in other videos, there are periods of time where I wasn't playing Magic. This is one of them. So I was not playing during the Amonkhet era. So don't know a whole lot about this set. I know there are gods in it, but you know, there's a few sets that applies to. But yeah, not too much. Not too much. This is the big set that Nicol Bolas comes back and fights the Gatewatch, and it doesn't go well. But yeah, that's about all I know. So I'm not really sure what's in these packs. So we're gonna find out what's in this pack right now. Let's get to it. All right, so we start off with Dutiful Servant. This is 3 and a white for a 2/5 zombie. A white zombie. Okay, interesting. 2/5 for 4 mana with no abilities. Not that great. It's not going to get played in standard, and it's you know, when it was standard, and probably wasn't played a whole lot in limited either. Maybe as a late pick because it's something that could just kind of defend the board for a while, but really not a top choice here. But it's a zombie. That's so weird. Kenra Scrapper, 2 and a red for a 2/3 Jackal Warrior with Menace. You may exert Kenra Scrapper as it attacks. When you do, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. I know what exert is. It means it doesn't untap during its next turn, so you can kind of put it out of commission for a full turn to give it a temporary boost. So, okay, that's kind of cool. Not too bad. Next up is Proven Combatant. This is 1 blue mana for a 1/1 human warrior with no abilities, but it has Eternalize 4 blue. So you can pay 4 blue and exile this card from your graveyard to create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 4/4 black zombie human warrior with no mana cost. Eternalize only as a sorcery. So I think with most creatures, or with other creatures with Eternalize, the starting mana cost and the Eternalize cost are a bit closer together in range. This one starts off very small mana cost, very small creature. And then for a big mana cost in the late game, you can plop it back out as a 4/4. So solid, not very strong. It's a very basic Eternalize thing, but you know, it's a creature that comes back and fights for you again. Marauding Bone Slasher. Alright, now we have a black zombie. This is something I'm a little more used to. This is 2 and a black for a 3/3 zombie minotaur. Marauding Bone Slasher can't block unless you control another zombie. Well, when you have a 3/3 for 3, you generally don't want to be blocking anyway. Hopefully you are getting in there, getting attacking, getting some damage in. So it's decent. It's not bad for its cost. Excuse me. Oasis Ritualist, 3 and a green for a 2/4 Naga Druid. You can tap to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. You can also tap and exert Oasis Ritualist to add 2 mana of any 1 color to your mana pool. So This is a slightly larger mana dork, like an elf, but bigger. You can exert it if you want to get 2 mana, just to really go wide for 1 turn, and then basically it's like taking a loan out, getting an extra mana, and then having to pay it back the next turn by getting no mana. But anyway, yeah, kind of cool. Kenra Eternal. This is 1 and a black for a 2/2 zombie jackal warrior. It has Afflict 1. Whenever this creature becomes blocked, defending player loses 1 life. I like this. 2/2 for 2 is right on curve, and it deals 2 damage when you don't block it, and you take 1 when you do block it. So it's getting through either way. I like this card. We have a classic here. Oldie but a goodie. Unsummon. 1 blue mana. I think this is from back in Alpha. 1 blue, instant, return target creature to its owner's hand. Some cards have done this better over the years. But it's just a good old-fashioned classic bounce spell. I like it. Gift of Strength. 1 and a green for an instant. Target creature gets +3/+3 and gains reach until end of turn. It's pretty good. It's like a giant growth. Costs a little extra, but provides reach too, so you can block a flyer and presumably kill it, and also make a creature bigger, get some damage in. It's a nice, big, swingy combat trick. Green is good for cards like that. Manalith. This is an artifact that costs 3, and it taps to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Yep, a pretty standard mana stone. Use it to fix your mana, and not much else. Desert of the Mindful. Hey, deserts are in this set. This is a land desert. Desert of the Mindful enters the battlefield tapped. It taps to add a blue to your mana pool, and it has cycling, 1 and a blue. So it comes in tapped, gives you blue. It cycles if you don't need the land. Generally, not that great. I think I would just as soon. There are other lands that cycle for less. The only reason I would want to play this is if I had cards that keyed off of me having deserts in play or in my graveyard. I know there's cards like that. I think there's cards like that in this set. Moving into the uncommons, we have Merciless Eternal. 2 and a black for a 2/2 zombie cleric. It has Afflict 2, which is nice, so if it becomes blocked, defending player loses 2 life. So it's getting in anyway. And for 2 and a black and discard a card, Merciless Eternal gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Nice. So it makes it very risky to block or even to not block, because it's pumpable. It can get very large if you let it, but it's going to damage you either way. We have Bane Whip Punisher for 2 and a black. This is a 2/2 human warrior. When Bane Whip Punisher enters the battlefield, you may put a -1/-1 counter on target creature. Pay a black and sacrifice Bane Whip Punisher to destroy target creature that has a -1/-1 counter on it. Okay, so this is a kind of a roundabout way to do. There's a creature that when it enters the battlefield, you have to sacrifice a creature, then your opponent has to destroy a creature or sacrifice a creature, something like that. This is sort of a roundabout way of doing it. It's targeted removal. You can get rid of something small and keep this guy around, or you can get rid of this guy and destroy whatever you want. So, yeah, basically for 2 black, you destroy target creature. Sometimes you just need a removal spell. Tenacious Hunter. is 2 green for a 4/4 Crocodile. As long as a creature has a -1/-1 counter on it, Tenacious Hunter has Vigilance and Death Touch. Nice. Strong card. Ahead, 4/4 for 4 is good on the curve. If you're keying off cards like that last card, the Bane Punisher, that can give -1/-1 counters, it gets even better. Solid. Before we get to the rare, let's take a look at the rest of the pack. There's not too much else in this pack. We do have a 2/2 zombie token. This is a staple in a lot of sets. Plenty of ways to make zombie tokens. Our basic land slot is a swamp. There it is. That's the swamp. All right. And our rare is Torment of Hailfire. This is black X. Sorcery. Repeat the following process X times. Each opponent loses 3 life unless that player sacrifices a non-land permanent or discards a card. This is pretty good. I really like this card. Play this late game for like 6 or 7 mana, and you do this 5 times, they could lose up to 15 life, or just sacrifice a bunch of permanents, discard a bunch of cards. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I don't know how strong this is, but I would have fun with a card like this. It's just the sort of thing that your opponents are going to hate. And probably it's going to be my first pick out of this pack. Torment of Hailfire. Yeah, I like it. All right. That is the end of this pack. That's going to do it for this hour of Devastation pack. Thank you for joining me here on the Magic the Gathering December Pack-A-Day Challenge. Don't forget to like this video if you like this video. You can subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me on Twitter over at OKCoyote. And that's going to do it. We'll see you tomorrow with another pack.